How we all doing? Today I pulled in. My heart was all aglow because there was a parking space right up front here, and I'm like, then I go to pull in it. This imbecile has parked his car. I don't care. Here's the thing: if it had been a blizzard out and you couldn't see the lines on the ground, okay, I can accept that. But he literally parked his sedan halfway across two handicap spaces, which means if you pull in behind him or in front of him, your butt's going to be hanging out in the wind to be hit by flowing traffic. But of course, I should realize, we are the human race and we don't exactly get things inside the lines anymore. But welcome to the shooty gallery, the shooty range, where people are taking pot shots at Shooty Gatwa again. And once again, they were doing the same damn thing to Jodie Whittaker. They were all aglow when they heard David Tennant was coming back. But then, all of a sudden they yell, I don't like this. We need to go back to the golden age. And then they get RTD back and all they've done is whine and bitch. I'm not kidding. It just, literally, I'm not kidding. Go look up some of these guys' channels out there on YouTube. Try to find one positive video about anything. It's hard to do. It's like looking for, oh God. It's like looking for the red-headed albino. It's you're gonna, finding one good video that is actually nice and has praise about something anymore. It's all whiny tits. I was gonna call this video "Welcome to the Shooting Gallery," but of course it would be immediately flagged by YouTube as not being probably being able to be monetized. I'm not kidding. It's just gotten silly on YouTube. I actually watched. I told you I watched this video the other. I saw another one last night where they were playing back this video clip, and literally any word that could denote anything that might even be slightly harmful was bleeped. Like this person was having a swearing frenzy. It was like, but okay, let's get back to the shooty thing. I died laughing because one of these comments on one of these channels, he has blurred the image of the doctor by wearing latex shirts and skirts. Walk into a bar in Glasgow, show them images of Shooty Gatwa in his skirt, and then call it that out loud. I guarantee you're not walking out with at least several of your 200 and something bones in your body no longer being intact. In a lot of those images, he's wearing a kilt. And if you're from the UK, you should know what a kilt is by now. Ugh. Hey, hang on. Sometimes them contact lenses move, you gotta go make sure they're in place. Yeah, exactly. It's all right. Which series of V are you watching? That newer series that came later with Marina Baccarin? I never watched it because I had no interest in it. I liked the original and I didn't want to I'm like, nope, not doing it because I don't want to know what kind of abomination they're going to turn this into. Sure, I did watch the new Galactica series and it did have good characters in it and there were great performances in it. Too bad it was about as far as, Battlestar from Galactica you could get. Baltar getting laid no matter where he winds up. I swear, this guy could land up in the middle of a desert and still somehow be getting laid. It was like, oh. It just amazes the crap out of me, that series. But he was captured by Cylons and was getting into three-ways with Lucy Lawless and Tricia Helfer. I'm like, wow. I bet John Colicos feels cheated from Beyond. Okay. Yeah, I love the SNL special. Okay, I didn't see I didn't watch the SNL thing. The only thing I saw was they started putting up the clips, and they were doing that one thing where they have different actors in there, and they were doing the crap. Now my brain just froze. See, it just happens every now and then. It just where they were doing the UFO abduction thing, and they had Pedro Pascal, Woody Harrelson, and great. Now I can't remember her name, and she was the only good thing about Ghostbusters 2019. It's gonna hit me in a minute. The actress's name or the comedian, and they had Meryl Streep playing her mother. I was like, oh god, that had me laughing because those always did. By cutting a car-shaped hole in her neighbor's fence. Kate McKinnon. I knew it. I was thinking Kate McCormick. I'm like, no, that's not Katie McCormick. Hold on. Kate McKinnon. Thank you very much. Yeah, those. If you ever watch those UFO abduction things they do with Kate McKinnon, those are freaking hilarious. And then they did one of that, yeah, with a different actor. I got a laugh out of that. Sorry, sometimes the brain freezes up. I'm getting older. Things happen. But okay, yeah. The BBC, once again, let's get back on the subject, have denied any cancellation or shelving of Doctor Who as usual. The Sun literally pulling crap out of their ass. Matter of fact, yeah, it's just cold here today, so I don't think that's about snow. No, there was no snow here today. It was just cold. And it's going to remain cold till the weekend. And I think we're going to maybe hit, I died laughing because we're going to hit 40 on Monday and raining. And knowing our luck, it's going to drop right back again. And we'll be freezing our butts off again by midweek. But it's the global warming. Polar bears are drowning. Now, don't even get me started on that. I'll get a climate change notice on my video again. Even though these are, like I said, when I was growing up, it was global cooling and we were all heading for another ice age. That's why I don't buy any of this bullshit. No, I'm referring to the Sun as in the Sun newspaper that broke this stupid article. And a lot of people, who are still out there in, in La La Land don't realize, we all do, but a lot of people out there don't realize the Sun and the Mirror are both tabloid rags. Okay? The only thing I believe from the Mirror written by Dr. Who is of Nicola Methan, and even then, that's 50-50. Because, she's been wrong before. So, and like I said, it's just reminding more and more of the utter rhetoric and nonsense and balderdash that was shooting out back when, Jodie Whittaker was the Doctor. The declining ratings, guys. The ratings on Doctor Who started to decline when Matt Smith took over. It was like at the end of the first or going into his second year. And that's because streaming channels started coming up. People could now stream the show after a while rather than watch it on the night it was aired. It wasn't Matt Smith's fault. It wasn't Moffat's fault. By the time you got to Capaldi, like I said, ratings weren't much higher than they are now. And for a sci-fi drama, the show's doing pretty damn well when you compare it to other... I believe The Sun is a British, tabloid, if I remember correctly, yes. So... And then everyone also seems to be living in this dream world that Pete Matigue's going to take over when Chibnall... Or not Chibnall, I mean... if RTD decides to leave. And I'm like, guys, you have to ask the question, does Pete Matigue want it? It's not that I would have problems with Pete Matigue. I love the stuff he's written, especially the shorts for the Blu-rays and such. But the thing is, a lot of people were whining and bitching, saying Chibnall didn't have any showrunning experience. Meanwhile, he'd already run Torchwood Season 2 and a lot of 1, if I remember correctly. And Moffat was the one that had zero TV experience. See, they can't even keep the dialogue straight. But I'm not kidding. I don't know why anybody would want to take over Doctor Who, given how the showrunners now and the actors and all that are treated online. Yeah, the National Enquirer, the Weekly World News, yeah, those always had me in stitches. I used to buy those just for the laughs. Nothing helps a good BM more than a good laugh when you're on the crapper. Ugh. Like Batchild and stuff. Or everybody was involved with aliens, and it was always the same alien they put into a picture, like Clinton and Obama and everybody else. I know a lot of people are still going crazy over the whole Miss Flood thing, and so am I. I'd really like to know. Like I said, I don't know anything about it, so don't ask me. I'm not going to lie to you and tell you I've got multiple sources running around inside Bad Wolf. I don't. A lot of my people were in the BBC and, Rothlock, and when the show moved, they're pretty much, they can't do anything. They're kind of shrug their shoulders and, they don't tell us anything. I don't know if they're going to pull that same trick with the Master again, because Moffat already did that with Missy. So I don't think they're going to pull that same joke again. Who she is relative to the Doctor, it'll be interesting. It'd be funny if she was the White Guardian. I'd get a kick out of that. There's somebody hasn't popped up in a while. Yeah, sheesh. I've been seeing a lot of stuff on it. Like, I've been listening to podcasts in there now because I've literally listened to every book I have on the phone like 50 times over. And so I started playing podcasts on the YouTube on the phone. And I was listening. The only thing the royal family should worry about is how far down the Epstein list that one dude is. Okay, and notice how no one barely talks about that anymore, like it got swept under the rug. Well, there's been nobody has shelved Doctor Who. Disney Plus is still, even Disney Plus said we still have yet to render a decision. And oh, thanks, I like Danny DeVito. Liked him since all the way back in Taxi. It could be Susan, but they're dealing with a real missed opportunity here. Like I said, I don't know what they've got against. Oh gosh, my brain's froze up today. Something fierce. I was about to say I don't know what they got against Susan Foreman. Carol Ann Ford. Because she should have been back on the show a long time ago. I don't know what's going on with that. Now, the Penguin was far better looking. He looked better in a suit. Now, Tom Hanks, oh, there's a class actor. That guy is definitely A-list and above. I remember him from all the way back in Bosom Buddies when he was just starting out. Yeah, Tom Baker's first episode was called Robot, by the way, Delta. So you almost had it right there in your description. That's okay. Because there's a lot of things I don't remember off the top of my head either. It's not a crime. You can't remember everything at once. If you could, I don't know. Would we be human if we could remember everything at once? I don't know. It's just, there are things I don't want to remember sometimes. But once again, let me reiterate this before we go, because it has been 15 minutes and I want to get out of here so I can get into work. Get this day over with. There has been no cancellation. There has been no termination of Ncuti Gatwa's contract, and Disney Plus has not yet rendered a decision on or about the following series. So, well, Michelle Gomez pretty much said that she felt her master was for Capaldi, and that's why she left what she did with the rest of the Scottish Mafia, I jokingly call it. So, yeah, I've heard that stuff about Neil Gaiman. But like I said, I got to get inside, everybody. So please, be kind, be calm, be safe. Enjoy the rest of your day. We'll hopefully see you all back here tomorrow morning. Take care, everyone. And, God, I wish it was like Friday. But even then, I got to work Saturday. So at least that would be an improvement. All right, take care, everyone. Have a good one.